Hello everyone, at 1995 here in the video game fanfic plot with a new chapter for you all. In Attack on Prime, remember I do not own the Transformers Prime series or the Attack on Titan, and I give full credit to its author melishade on Wattpad and fanfiction.net. Now onto the story. Judgment Day. Ren gasped as he opened his eyes to find himself looking at a dark ceiling. He slowly got up and moved his arms, only to find them bound to chains. "I see you're finally awake," a voice said. Ren looked over to see he was behind bars. However, in front of the bars were two men that Ren immediately recognized. The one sitting down on a chair was Commander Erwin Smith. The one standing up and leaning against the wall was Captain Levi. They were both members of the Scouting Legion with astounding skills. "Do you have any questions, Ren?" Erwin asked. "Where am I?" Ren asked as he looked around the room he was in. "You're now in an underground cell," Erwin answered. "As of now, you're under the military police's custody. We were granted permission to come and see you." "What about my friends?" Ren asked. "They'll be fine," Erwin answered. "We're asking them anything that could be related to how you got your Titan power or the Metal Titan. However, it probably won't be much of a change." Ren widened his eyes as he saw Erwin pull out a key. "That's the..." "Yes, this is your key," Erwin interrupted. "You can have it back later, but back in your old home, in Dr. Yeager's basement in the Zingashina district, lies the answer to the mystery of the Titans. Am I correct?" "I'm not sure, at least I believe that's what my father said," Ren answered, still unsure. "So you have amnesia and your dad's gone missing. Isn't that convenient?" Levi remarked. "Levi, we already talked about how he has no reason to lie to us," Erwin told him, before turning back to Ren. "There are things we need to know. I believe we should ask what is it you want. In order to investigate your home, we need to seal the breach in the wall. That is where you and the Metal Titan's powers come in. Like it or not, the Titans have influenced our fate, including the Colossal and Armored Titan. Your will is the key humanity could use to get out of this hopeless situation." Ren trailed off, not knowing what to say. "Hey, we don't have all day, you piece of crap. What do you want?" Levi demanded with irritation. Ren looked back at the two with a crazed look in his eyes and a deadly smile. "I want to join the Scouting Legion, and kill every single Titan in existence." Levi's eyes seemed to gleam with amusement. "Not bad. Erwin, tell the higher-ups that I will vouch for him." Levi walked over and gripped one of the bars while giving Ren a deadly look. "Not that I trust him or anything. I just want to be around to kill him if he ever goes on a rampage. I don't think the top brass will disagree. I'm the only one who's fit for the job." Levi and Erwin walked through the halls of the courtroom. After they finished their talk with Ren, they were going over to talk to the other prisoner. "That Metal Titan is suspicious," Levi began. "I don't trust it." "I don't know if I could say the same," Erwin admitted. "However, what matters right now is finding if he has any motives." "Well, he certainly isn't gaining my trust," Levi remarked. "That thing bothered me after it willingly came with us to Wall Cena." The Scouting Legion had their blades out as they surrounded the Metal Titan. The Titans were eliminated from the city streets, but now they had to deal with a new kind of Titan. Levi's squad was getting ready to attack, but the Metal Titan transformed its weapons into hands, before it raised its hands in surrender. "The hell?" Eld questioned. Levi looked at his squad to see them completely shocked and confused. He also noticed that Hanji looked like she was going to burst with excitement. "I do not wish to harm any of you," the Metal Titan spoke. "I just wanted to help you eliminate the threat." Everyone in the Scouting Legion looked in shock as some of their mouths dropped. The Titan just spoke. The Titan just spoke their language. Like it was the back of his hand. That's not possible, Petra gasped. Hanji began chuckling as she gave a dark smile. She was so going to enjoy this. I don't really think you have much to worry about, a voice said. Levi looked over to see Commander Pixis land on the roof next to them. Commander Pixis, Erwin said. Commander Smith, Pixis greeted, the Titan. Or Optimus Prime is not a threat to humanity. He helped seal the wall along with the Titan shifter, Ren Yeager. Optimus should cooperate with you without any trouble. Erwin looked back at Optimus. Will you be willing to cooperate? Optimus nodded his head. Then we will need to take you to Walsina. The military police will probably want custody of you. Erwin explained. I am sorry to say, Optimus began, but I do not know where Walsina is. Erwin looked over at Levi's squad. Levi, take your squad and some other soldiers to the capital. Levi glared at Optimus before scowling. Fine. Erwin and Levi suddenly heard a shifting noise and quickly turn around to see a red and blue machine where the metal Titan was standing. I forgot to mention, Pixis began as he saw their stunned faces. Optimus can shift into this. He's actually a lot faster than the horses when like this. Levi didn't say anything as he turned to his squad. Let's go. He could see his squad was hesitant, but they simply complied as they used their 3D maneuver gear to get to the gate with Optimus following them. Erwin heard a strangled yelp as he turned to see Hanji clenching one fist while having an arm around another soldier's neck, practically choking him. We need to have him, Hanji proclaimed. Let go off me, you crazy bitch, the soldier yelled, only for Hanji to tighten her grip around his neck, causing his face to turn blue. Hanji's going to have a lot of fun with him, Levi remarked. It depends if we get custody of him, Erwin reminded. If we don't win in the courtroom, the metal Titan, no, Optimus Prime, will be handed over to the military police. I could just kill him, Levi suggested. That's impossible, Erwin began. It was reported that a trainee tried to attack him, but her blades shattered on contact. So he's stronger than the armored Titan? Levi questioned. There's a high chance, Erwin answered. Right now, we need to find out his intentions. In all his years of being alive, and that's a long time, and being a prime, Optimus has never been more irritated than ever. He wasn't irritated, he was tempted. Optimus willingly cooperated to come to Walsina and be under the custody of the so-called military police. He was currently being guarded by two of them as they were outside of some courtroom. Why was he so irritated, you may ask? Because the military police were nothing more than arrogant slagheads. They were probably even worse than Knockout when he was with the Decepticons. He knew that the two soldiers probably didn't care about guarding him, because he was in his alt mode, and the two soldiers probably didn't believe the story about what happened in the city called Drost. But what he couldn't believe the conversation they were having. The soldiers that fought in Drost were expendable. The Titans should have eaten more of their own kind? What was wrong with them? And that's why he was so tempted to slam his doors into both of their faces, but his morals were the only thing preventing him from doing so. Commander Smith, one of the soldiers saluted. Optimus quietly turned his side view mirror to see two other soldiers walking towards them. Those two I met before, Optimus thought. He knew that the tall one names was Erwin Smith, but he was unsure about the short one's name. He believed that he was called Levi. We came to speak to the Titan, Erwin said. You mean this thing? The second soldier asked. Good luck with that, it hasn't even said anything. Don't do anything just yet, Optimus told himself. Are you sure that this thing helped in the battle for Trost? The first Solider asked. It looks like a piece of trash to me. On second thought, to the pits with it. Optimus unlocked his door and slammed the first soldier's face with it. The soldier clutched his face in pain as he rolled on the ground. Optimus closed his door and locked it so no one could try to open the door. This so-called piece of trash saved your race, the soldiers that you thought were expendable, Optimus spoke. The short soldier Levi glared at the soldier that was looking at Optimus in shock. Is that right? Levi, that's enough, Erwin instructed. We're not here to fight. Levi scowled. Whatever. Erwin looked back at Optimus. Can we speak with you face to face? I do not think it would be wise to reveal my true form. In the middle of a city where thousands of humans are watching, Optimus explained, I do not wish to cause chaos. It's reasonable, Erwin said, I will go straight to the point. Do you know why you're here and what is going to happen? Judging by where I am, your government is going to put me and the boy on trial. Optimus answered. You're very observant, Erwin remarked, but yes, they will determine which military group you will be sent to. You may have helped trust in humanity, however, there are humans who still fear you. It is reasonable, Optimus said, remembering in the past how the humans reacted around him when they met him for the first time. There is something I want to ask you, Erwin began. Do you know anything about the Titans that you saw during the battle? I do not know anything about this world, Optimus answered. I have never seen any of those creatures that you call Titans. Your kind refers to me as this armored Titan. I have never seen nor heard of it before. This is new, Levi remarked, a Titan that doesn't know of its own kind. Those creatures are not my kind. I am not part of their species. Optimus retorted calmly. Erwin slightly widened his eyes. That doesn't make any sense. I wish that I could tell you right now, but I know that this is only a temporary visit. I will speak of my origins during the trial. Optimus told them. Then tell us why you're here, Levi demanded. Since you know nothing about our world. Optimus was silent for a moment. I do not know how or why I am here, but know that I will be fighting for humanity. Erwin looked over at Levi, who still had a poker face. Before looking back at Optimus. It seems that you're telling the truth. But I'm not your judge. Whatever happens during that trial, will determine your fate. You lucky bastard! Hanji yelled as Levi drank his tea. What's he like? Did he show you anything cool? Tell me. He slammed the door into the policeman's face after he was called a piece of junk. Levi informed, I'm guessing other stuff happened too, since the Titan told us that the policeman said our soldiers were expendable. That bitch, Allah muttered, if I see him, I'll beat the crap out of him. Anything else? Hanji asked. The way he spoke was too formal, Levi told her. It's annoying if you ask me, but I think he's suspicious. Why? Peter asked. Because he said he never knew of our world, and he's never heard of the Titans, Levi answered. His squad and Hanji looked at Levi in surprise. Are you serious? Allah asked. Levi simply nodded his head. Maybe the Titan got amnesia or something? Eld suggested. Or maybe it's from another world. Hanji squealed. In excitement, a place far more advanced than our own. There's probably more like him. I can't wait to find out. She's at it again, Allah whispered to Eld. Crazy as ever. Hanji, you're just as ecstatic as ever, Levi remarked sarcastically as he drank his tea. Optimus was quietly recharging as he was still in his alt mode with two new guards who were more cautious. Optimus was still mad at the two soldiers from earlier. The main reason was because of what they said about their own kind, their soldiers. But the other reason was because they hadn't seen the casualties. They didn't see the bodies, practically literally the streets. The air smelled of death. Figuratively and literally. He still couldn't get the image out of his mind. Optimus shot the last Titan in the heads before it fell to the ground and disintegrated. He detected more Titans a couple of meters away, and was about to go over there, but something caught his optics. It was a half-eaten corpse sprawled on the ground. The blood was dry, so it probably wasn't fresh. The world seemed to slowly come to a stop as he noticed more dead on the ground, on buildings, or leaning of something. Optimus widened his optics in shock and horror. He was so caught up with getting rid of the threat that he didn't notice something as simple as that. Why? Why were there casualties?